Ankara, the capital of Turkey, is a city where ancient history and modernity collide. Unlike Istanbul's coastal glamour, Ankara sits on the Anatolian plateau, a crossroads of civilizations. Founded over 3,000 years ago, it became Turkey's capital in 1923 under Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Today, it's a political and cultural hub, home to over 5 million people. But what lies beneath its modern facade? This documentary will uncover Ankara's layered past, its culinary secrets, and the cultural forces shaping its identity. Ankara's history stretches back to the Bronze Age. The Hittites, Phrygians, and Romans all left their mark here. The city was known as Ankara in Roman times, a vital stop on trade routes. The Temple of Augustus, built in 25 BCE, still stands today, its walls inscribed with the residential Gesti Divi Augusti. Archaeologists have uncovered artifacts suggesting Ankara was a melting pot of cultures. But how did this ancient city evolve into Turkey's political heart? In 1923, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk made Ankara Turkey's capital, shifting power from Istanbul. He envisioned a modern, secular state rooted in Anatolia. The city's architecture reflects this vision, blending Ottoman motifs with European modernism. Ataturk's mausoleum, Anıtkabir, is a symbol of national pride. But why did Ataturk choose Ankara? Historians cite its central location and symbolic distance from the Ottoman past. This decision reshaped Turkey's identity forever. Perched atop a hill, Ankara Castle offers panoramic views of the city. Built by the Byzantines and expanded by the Seljuks, its walls tell stories of sieges and conquests. Inside, narrow alleys wind past Ottoman-era houses, now home to artisan shops. The citadel's strategic importance faded, but its cultural legacy endures. How did this fortress shape Ankara's development? Archaeologists believe it was the nucleus of the ancient city. Housed in a 15th-century Ottoman bazaar, this museum showcases Anatolia's rich heritage. From Paleolithic tools to Hittite sculptures, its collections span millennia. The Catalhoyuk exhibits reveal Neolithic life, while the Phrygian artifacts highlight Ankara's ancient prominence. Curators call it a time capsule of Anatolia. But what makes this museum unique? Its focus on pre-Ottoman history challenges stereotypes about Turkey's cultural roots. Completed in 1987, Kakatip Mosque is Ankara's largest, blending Ottoman and modern styles. Its 4 minarets dominate the skyline, visible from miles away. Inside, intricate calligraphy and stained glass create a serene atmosphere. Critics debate its architectural authenticity, but worshippers praise its grandeur. How does this mosque reflect Ankara's religious identity? Scholars note its role as a symbol of Turkey's Islamic heritage in a secular capital. Ankara's cuisine reflects its Anatolian roots and cosmopolitan present. Dishes like Ankara tavası, a lamb stew, and etli ekmek, a meat-topped flatbread, are local staples. The city's bustling markets overflow with spices, cheeses, and fresh produce. Food historians trace these flavors to ancient Hittite recipes. But how has migration shaped Ankara's food culture? Chefs point to influences from Kurdish, Balkan, and Caucasian communities. Turkish coffee, a UNESCO-listed tradition, thrives in Ankara's cafes. Prepared in copper sezes, it's served with lokum, Turkish delight, and water. Historic cafes like Siniraltı have hosted poets and politicians for decades. Baristas insist the ritual is as important as the brew. But how did coffee become central to Ankara's social life? Historians link it to Ottoman-era coffeehouses, where ideas and gossip flowed freely. Ankara's contemporary art scene is booming, with galleries like Ser Modern leading the charge. Once an abandoned railway depot, it now hosts avant-garde exhibitions. Local artists blend traditional motifs with global trends, creating a unique visual language. Critics debate whether Ankara can rival Istanbul's art world. But what fuels this creativity? Curators point to the city's youthful energy and political undercurrents. Home to Turkey's top universities, Ankara buzzes with student life. Districts like Kizile are packed with bookshops, cafes, and protest posters. Scholars note the city's radical history. Student movements have shaped Turkish politics since the 1960s. Today, debates on secularism and human rights echo in lecture halls. But how do students view Ankara's future? Interviews reveal both optimism and frustration with the capital's contradictions. Ankara's historic hammams, like the 16th century Sengel Hamamı, offer a glimpse into Ottoman bathing rituals. Marble slabs, domed ceilings, and steaming rooms create a sensory experience. Locals swear by the health benefits of the ritual. But how have hammams survived modernity? Owners credit cultural pride in tourism. Yet some traditional bathhouses struggle to compete with spas. From classical fazil to underground rock, Ankara's music scene is diverse. The Presidential Symphony Orchestra, founded in 1826, is Turkey's oldest. Meanwhile, venues like If Performance Hall host indie bands. Ethnomusicologists trace Ankara's sound to Central Asian roots. But what defines the city's musical identity? Artists cite its blend of tradition and rebellion, a soundtrack to Turkey's modern soul. Despite its urban sprawl, Ankara boasts slush parks like Genclik Parki, built in the 1940s. Locals picnic under willow trees, escaping the city's hustle. Environmentalists praise its artificial lake, a rarity in arid Anatolia. But how do these oases survive Ankara's harsh climate? Botanists point to innovative irrigation systems. These green lungs are vital to the capital's quality of life. Ankara's continental climate brings snowy winters, earning it the nickname Turkey's Siberia. Temperatures can drop to -15 degrees Celsius, a stark contrast to Istanbul's mild winters. Locals bundle up in thick coats, while steam rises from simit vendors' carts. How does the city cope? Infrastructure like heated sidewalks in government districts reveals Ankara's adaptation to extreme weather. As Turkey's political and cultural engine, Ankara faces growing pains. Urban planners debate how to preserve history while accommodating a booming population. The new Çankaya skyscrapers symbolize this tension. Yet grassroots initiatives, like rooftop gardens, offer sustainable solutions. What will Ankara look like in 2050? Experts predict a city balancing modernity with its ancient soul if it can navigate the challenges ahead.